Alright guys, welcome back to the video. Today we had a Thaye. Thays are extremely fun ghosts early in the game. They are super quick early in the game, early in the match, and they will slowly progressively get older as the ghost starts to age as its ability, which causes the ghost to slow down quite a bit, and it makes it very fun to learn this ghost. And it's quite daunting at first because it's going to start hunting pretty early at 70% sanity, 75, excuse me. But yeah, it's quite a telling ghost once you start to understand its patterns and stuff like that. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video, and we will see you in the next one. Hey guys, so today's ghost is a Thaye. Thays are super fun ghosts throughout the whole entire game. They have unique interactions with the Ouija board. They have pretty obvious signs and tales while you're playing the game. So Thays are super aggressive, super interactive, and showing signs and doing things super early in the game. As you'll see, it's touching the door a lot. It's throwing things a lot. It's giving airball events. It's giving ghost events. Like, it's doing a lot earlier in the game. But as the game goes on, and as I'm in the ghost room, and as the ghost is using its ability to age, the ghost will start to slow down. It won't touch doors. It won't throw things. It won't do all these ghost events and things of that nature. So as the game gets longer, the ghost will start to slow down and stop doing as much. So the evidence for a Thaye are ghost orbs. As you can see, we get ghost orbs immediately when we get in the room, and you'll see some more right there. And dots are another one. And you can briefly, as soon as we put this down and start to put down the other evidence and stuff, you can see it briefly out of the corner of the left side of the screen here. But you'll see a more telling sign in a few seconds when I'm doing this ghost box here, just trying to get another evidence. But the other one is ghost writing, so you'll have those three things. And Thays have a pretty, right there you see ghost dots, and the ghost scares the life out of me after I get that evidence. Lucky me, I guess. Thays will, at the beginning of the game, if your sanity is above or at or around 75% sanity, the ghost will start to try to hunt. So again, most ghosts start to hunt around 50% sanity. Since I use the mirror, and since I've had interactions and stuff like that, my sanity is a little bit lower. That doesn't necessarily mean the ghost is going to be slower as my sanity drops. Their age is not tied to your sanity. So it's not like a Moroi where your sanity is directly tied to the ghost's speed. And you can see right there we get ghost riding. But as the ghost ages, so starting off at 75% sanity, it will be 2.75 meters per second as its hunting speed. Once the ghost ages and once the ghost gets slower and older, the ghost will slow down to 1 meter per second while it's hunting. And as the ghost ages, so every time it uses its ability, the ghost will set a new benchmark for when it starts to hunt. So at its youngest, 75%. At its oldest, 15%. So there's only a few other ghosts that hunt that late into the game, or that late, or that low of sanity, more say. The ghost, when it hunts at its oldest age, will be the slowest it can be. It's not the slowest ghost in the game, but for an average speed of the ghost, it's pretty slow. So right here, I'm just trying to get a hunt. It'll be our first one, and it'll be relatively fast still. I believe at this point, the ghost has probably used its ability maybe once, maybe twice since we've been in the ghost room, since we've had interactions and everything like that. Collectively, we've had, I think, about 6 in this game abilities used. So this is about the benchmark, about halfway through the game we've had here. But this is still a relatively fast ghost. With that being said, this ghost does not have the ability to speed up when it has line of sight of the character. So whatever the ghost speed is at the beginning of the hunt, like right now, the ghost is always going to be this speed no matter how long you stay in its sight. It will stay this speed. So I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear it. So that's not exactly its maximum speed, but it's still relatively fast. That's faster than most ghosts. Though, since it can't speed up with line of sight, it doesn't make it the fastest ghost. It is definitely still a scary ghost because that's faster than the player most of the time is. If you get lucky with some smudges, not lucky, but if you use your smudges correctly and you have hiding spots and you properly do everything you can to avoid the ghosts and stuff, you can get away from it still. It's definitely not like a Revenant, and it's definitely not like a Moroi, with like what we said in the last video, where Morois, where they have 0 sanity, where you have 0 sanity and it's got line of sight of you, it is the fastest ghost. So I actually make a mistake here, and I take sanity pills, not thinking about the ghost dropping its ability to hunt relative to its age. So I take sanity pills here, which brings me back up to 75% sanity. Ordinarily, if this was the very beginning of the game and that was my first hunt and everything like that, the ghost could still hunt me here, and this would be a good example of this. However, we've already been in the game. It's been roughly about 7-8 minutes now that we've been in this game, and the ghost has already aged. The ghost has already dropped its threshold for when it can hunt. So I spend the next few minutes trying to call out to the ghost, trying to get another hunt. I'm spending a lot of time in the ghost room, and you can tell just by me standing here and stuff, and there's a great example of dots. The ghost doesn't want to hunt me just because my sanity is too high at this point. It can't hunt me anymore. So with everything being said, the interactions have slowed down. I'm just trying to get another hunt to show you. It is getting older. I wish because I'm using custom settings right now, I wish I put the Ouija board in this game so I could show you the interaction with the Ouija board, where, asking the ghost at the beginning of the game how old it is, comparatively to asking it, say, now or maybe another 2 to 3 minutes later, how old the ghost is, and watching the age go up. So speaking on the aging process of the ghost will attempt to age every 1 to 2 minutes. If you're in the same room as the ghost, it will try to age. Otherwise, it will wait another 30 seconds and then try to age again. So as long as you're spending time in the ghost room, the ghost will get older. I believe the ghost will still get older no matter what, though it will do so guaranteed almost every time while you're in the ghost room. So just to recap again, we're not getting any more like heavy interactions. Like earlier in the game, you could hear the EMF reader that I've got on the ground. It was going crazy. It was going like every few seconds you would have a new event going on, or a new touch, a door touch, knock on the window, a new airball event. It's not jump scared me anymore, luckily. But you'll still see like interactions with ghost orbs and the dots and stuff like that, but you won't get like as many touches or throws or anything of that nature. So not saying it's going to stop completely, because all ghosts will have interactions and stuff like that unless you have interactions set to minimal, but I'm just trying to get another hunt going. So I'm just standing here yelling his name out and stuff, because ghosts will typically start getting more aggravated and stuff. There's a chance for the ghost to hunt if you're cursing at the ghost, or if you're calling its name out, saying you're scared to the ghost. And here I'm just showing again that we get ghost orbs. But once we get this other hunt going, which I'm going to manually do by breaking the mirror, you can see how much slower the ghost is. It's almost a breeze. Of course, with me trying to do this this series to actually show you everything about the ghost, I have increased the character speed to its maximum. That's just so I can stay alive, so I'm not dying every 2 minutes to restart and stuff like that. But regardless, you can tell how easy it is to kind of get away from a ghost when it ages so far. But I'll be quiet for a little bit in this hunt to just show you how slow the ghost is and how much different the speeds are. So you can see this ghost is like super slow. I'm not having to sprint regardless of my speed. I'm staying relatively close to the ghost. It's not very much of a threat once it gets to this age. Obviously, it's still a dangerous ghost if it hunts, especially since I broke the mirror. It's a longer hunt. But if you're comfortable looping the ghosts and stuff like that, this is one of the ghosts that if you manage to get away from its early game, it's pretty much easy to get away from the ghost in general at this point. But I'm going to skip to the end of the game where I go back. So you can see here the ghost, it used its ability 6 times. You see how many interactions we had. Right there is 6 times. This is how many times it's aged. So it might have went from 10 years old at the beginning to maybe 100 years old at the end. I don't exactly know if there's a metric on how old it ages every time, but you see the ghost did 93 interactions, which is super, super high at the beginning. But that's pretty much all there is to a Thaye. If this video helped you out, please leave a like, a comment, and we'll see you in the next one.